20 years. God damn, I'm old.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
Ahoy! So, you all probably know the 20th anniversary of the release of Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl is coming up soon. Next month, actually. I feel like it should be celebrated appropriately. For me, I will be at Pirate Invasion Long Beach that weekend. In fact, that's probably why they put that event on that weekend, huh? For Disney, I don't know. That's what I'm talking about today. Will Disney do anything on the day of, or this summer at all, for the 20th anniversary of Curse of the Black Pearl? I mean, they have to do something. If you haven't watched my last video on the state of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, you definitely should. This video will probably make more sense. I feel like at the very least they should make a post on social media. That is the bare minimum of what I'd expect from Disney, especially since Disney has hardly put any effort into anything Pirates of the Caribbean in the last several years. At this point, that's all I'm expecting, really. However, I'd like to fantasize, which I do quite a lot, on what if Disney made a bigger deal on it. I mean, it is one of their biggest live-action franchises that is purely Disney created. It also did the unexpected. They made a movie off of one of their most popular dark rides and have it be super successful, spawning 4 sequels from it. One of the things Disney really should do, and I'd love for them to do, is re-release Curse of the Black Pearl in theaters. This is mostly due to my own selfish reasons because, one, I didn't see Pirates until about a year after it came out, so I didn't have the movie theater experience for this particular movie. Also, like I said in a previous video, I was a kid when just about all the Pirates movies were coming out, so I have very little memories of that era. Also, I had no one to share my love of Pirates with. So, if Curse of the Black Pearl is re-released in theaters throughout the summer, and hopefully at any theater in my area, I'd definitely have the ability to hopefully get a group of pirates to see Pirates of the Caribbean in theaters with me. One thing I think would be really cool for Disney to do this summer for the 20th anniversary of the movie is do a cast reunion special, probably releasing on Disney+. It's not really likely for this to happen because I don't think Johnny works with Disney anymore, and if he isn't on board, a cast reunion should not happen at all. But that is a thing that would be really cool to see. So for the parks, this summer, Disney should do a Pirates of the Caribbean event at Disneyland for the anniversary. Disneyland does these events called Disneyland After Dark. It's a giant event in the park with after-hours park access, themed entertainment, characters, attractions, and more. You can also dress up in theme for these, as long as you follow the Disney costume guidelines, of course. They usually have themes like Star Wars Night, Princess Night, Sweethearts Night, Villains Night, Pride Night, and more. For this occasion, there should be a Pirate Night. I think they've had something similar at other parks. I've seen one do a Pirates vs. Princess Night, but I don't think I've ever seen this done at Disneyland. If they have, it's been a very long time since. They could do pirate-themed shows, meet and greets for Jack Sparrow and Angelica Teach, and a very rare meet and greet for Barbossa, and maybe even bring some characters that they've never done, that have never done meet and greets at any Disney park, like Will and Elizabeth. They can even do meet and greets for non-POTC pirates like Captain Hook and Smee, and bring along Peter Pan and Wendy with them, or have a lineup of the classic Disney characters dressed like pirates. If this were to happen, then it probably wouldn't be this year, because I think Disney already announced this year's After Dark events for Disneyland, at least for the summer. I don't know, something could pop up. Also, if it were to happen, I may not get to go. So, I'll be watching all my friends go and enjoy it through Facebook and TikTok. On the topic of the parks, ever since Disneyland moved their Halloween party to California Adventure and rebranded it as the Oogie Boogie Bash, there's been nothing that has to do with Pirates of the Caribbean anymore at this event. I really wanted to go when it was at Disneyland, and I'm still bummed I missed out on that. There's no point in me going to the Oogie Boogie Bash if there's no pirates. However, for the 20th anniversary of Curse of the Black Pearl, they could bring Cursed Barbossa as one of their main villains. That would be so cool! If they did what they did with Ernesto de la Cruz, they can make Barbossa look so cool. This is another thing I may not get to go to, but I would love to see Disney do that and finally bring a bit of pirates to the Oogie Boogie Bash. Lastly, I think on the day of the anniversary is when Disney should announce their next Pirates project, whatever it may be. It could be anything that I mentioned in my last video or something different. I take internet media articles with a tiny grain of salt, but some of the most recent articles have been saying that Disney has been trying to make a Pirates of the Caribbean revival a priority, which if that is true, then an announcement could come soon, but I don't count on it at all. Like I said, I'd be surprised if there is a new Pirates announced anytime in the next few years. To conclude, there are some plans underway for the 20th anniversary of Curse of the Black Pearl. On the Pirates of the Caribbean Wiki, there's a new blog that popped up that is supposed to be plans for the next month. I thought it just hasn't been published yet, but apparently I'm the only one that comes up to an error on it because someone else said it shows there's going to be an interview with Kevin McNally, Lee Ehrenberg, and James Ward Burkett, and a possible Q&A with that. So, in a way, there is going to be some kind of cast and crew reunion of the sorts online. Hi, it's me. However many days or weeks after I originally recorded this. I'm an idiot, and it turns out you have to put an exclamation mark at the end of that link for it to work. But I can confirm that there is indeed going to be an interview and a Q&A, and I believe they are accepting submissions for questions to ask in the Q&A. How do you think the 20th anniversary of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl is going to be celebrated? And also, how are you going to celebrate it? Till next time.